We need to raise the minimum age to purchase an AR-15 rifle to 21. We need a waiting period for those rifles. We need red flag laws and consequences for those who abuse them. Responsible gun owners are fed up with the Second Amendment being abused and hijacked by some deranged individuals.
Yesterday afternoon, actor Matthew McConaughey went to the White House podium and called for stricter gun laws in the wake of last month's deadly shooting in his hometown of Uvalde, Texas.
His emotional plea comes as the House Oversight Committee will meet today to discuss gun control.
Former Democratic Congresswoman and 2020 presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard joins us now on the couch. Tulsi, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Here.
Great job on the 5 yesterday.
Yes,
Thanks,
indeed. You see a lot of things in Washington. You don't see that very often from the White House podium. It's a conversation that's been had 1,000 times over. Does this change the dynamic at all?
Well, I think what was so powerful about Matthew's remarks was that you could tell it came from the heart. I've had a chance to get to know him and Camilla, the kids, his mom, and they're a wonderful, wonderful family, and I know that he is very sincere and he cares deeply for our country and for the American people. So, you know, people may disagree with some of his positions or whatever, but I think the most important thing that I strongly agree with that he said is we need to come together as a country. We have to be able to have these discussions with respect, not demonizing one side or the other, politicians in Washington not, completely politicizing this issue just to win the next election or to try to dig on the other party, but actually just have a conversation. That is literally the only way that we will be able to make some progress towards solutions, which I think everyone agrees on, is we don't want to have guns in the hands of criminals or people who seek to do harm to others. Right. And we have to respect the constitutional rights of law-abiding, gun-owning Americans.
We're hearing different solutions. If I go through a few of them with you, will you explain what the solution could be or how that could actually, let's start with mental health. If you have anything in your background or any red flags in your past, then let's don't give you a gun, right?
Yeah, so yes. However, and this is why the conversation needs to take place, is because, we had a bill that came through Congress when I was there that basically said that an administrator in the VA who says a veteran who comes in and says, you know what, you've got post-traumatic stress, we're going to take control of your finances and you're not allowed to have a firearm. Right. An administrator. So the details really, really matter as we go through this conversation. And that's why, there's a lot of kind of buzzwords being thrown out around the Second Amendment, legislation potentially. The details matter, the conversation matters around this in order for us to actually get to a place where we can find some common ground that can hopefully make some progress towards preventing these kind of
to 21?
Solutions. That's one I'm looking into. Again, it's not, I heard you talking earlier, both Pete and I know people who enlist in the military at 18 years old. Yes, you go through, as I did when I went through basic training, you go through a lot of safety training, dry fire before you ever handle any kind of live rounds, the kind of security that exists in the firearms being locked up and not accessible, et cetera, et cetera. But we have 18-year-old, 19-year-old Americans who are going and putting their lives on the line for our country. And for them to come home and to not be allowed to exercise their own Second Amendment rights that
would be a problem.
Yeah,
right?
it would
and
be
that's
a problem.
the gun they're comfortable with and they know how to shoot.
Well,
right?
let's see what Congress does, because they're meeting and, people are demanding something happen. Let's see what they come up with. Yeah. Meanwhile, yesterday there was one senator, a U.S. senator from the great state of Michigan, seemed a little tone deaf because while we're all struggling to pay for high gas prices, she's driving a very expensive electric vehicle, laughing as she goes by the gas stations. Watch this. Here's Debbie Stabenow.
I do have to say, just on the issue of gas prices, after waiting for a long time to have enough chips in this country to finally get my electric vehicle, I got it and drove it from Michigan to here this last weekend and went by every single gas station, and didn't matter how high it was.
And that's a little tone deaf because these cars are so expensive, and the average American can't say, hey, I can't afford $5 a gallon, so I'm going to buy a $70,000 car.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I think she probably meant well. Good for her. She can afford an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
As we're seeing skyrocketing gas prices, but I think most Americans have heard that and said, yeah, okay, no shot for me. Thanks a lot. Let me go back and figure out how I'm going to ration my gas budget, because that's what it is. It's like, okay, I'm not going to idle my vehicle anymore. I'm going to figure out where do I actually need to go. If I got to go to town to do grocery shopping, I'm also going to hit the post office and, you know, the bank at the same time, because I can't make a few trips. In Hawaii right now, gas is almost $6 a gallon, and I know that those are the decisions that a lot of folks are facing across the country.
No kidding. Well, Tulsi, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to see you guys.
Enjoy New York.
Thank you.
We need to go to Hawaii.
You do. You should bring the show to Hawaii.
This is an island.
I'll take care of you guys.
Different.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.